What is going on, Premier Pro Wrestling fans? It is Dirty Dave here. I am ready to bring you the results from our Saturday taping on May 18th. What an incredible show in which we crowned a new number one contender for the PPW Heavyweight Championship and saw a teaming of the past, present, and future of PPW. But before I get into the results, let's take a second to discuss our social medias, which are all buzzing right now. Don't forget to give us a follow on YouTube. We're past 50,000 subscribers on the channel now. We are constantly adding new videos, promoting old videos that you may have missed. It is the time and the place to get involved with us here on YouTube. Don't forget to also give us a follow on Twitter/X. We are at Premier Pro _ on there. Search us up on Facebook, Premier Pro Wrestling, where you get access to all of our events, as well as postings from our other social medias. We are also available on TikTok, Premier Pro Wrestling there as well. But let's get into this action because it was a crazy, chaotic night of professional wrestling action in Rockford, Illinois. And if you missed it, I feel sorry. You're going to be very jealous here in just a minute. But we'll start off with our first match, the over-the-top rope battle royal, which decided the order of competitor entrances for the final main event of the evening. And for this over-the-top rope battle royal, it came down to three men. It was the Aztec Monster Humek, it was El Guerrero Jose Acosta, and it was the Relentless Jay Leone. And at the end of the day, it was Humek who got the big win to set himself up in prime position to be a part of that main event, All Japan style battle royal. Humek eliminated both men nearly at the same time, and so he got the win, which put himself coming out ninth. Of course, that last spot, so important when it's an elimination battle royal. You want the opportunity to let everybody else beat up on each other before you get in and can pick apart the pieces, and absolutely that's what happened for Humek. He was able to get that prime spot. But that led into Random Fandom. Oh my goodness, I told you would be extremely jealous when you heard you missed out on Random Fandom. My goodness, there were 3 Random Fandom matches during the course of the evening tonight. Our first match, an absolute dream match, a match that we've seen in Rockford multiple times for the Premier Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. This time, just a one-off altercation between the two. It was El Guerrero Jose Acosta taking on Jesse Danger, and these two men went to war. They went nearly the full 10 minutes. At the end of the day, it was El Guerrero Jose Acosta picking up a big win over Jesse Danger, hit him with El Tempo Mayor just about 90 seconds or so before the time limit was about to come up. A great match, and man, when you have Random Fandom, you have to be in Rockford. You have to be live and in living color. You can get tickets at the door. You can get tickets in advance from the website, ppwlive.com. But you have to be there to help make the matches and then check out the action, because these two put on an absolute clinic. One of the better matches you'll see from two wrestlers going today. The second of the 3 Random Fandom matches pitted the Aztec Monster Humek, who just came off that big win in the over-the-top rope battle royal, and he took on Rockstar Rosie, a battle of very different styles, and both men put each other through the ringer in this one. In fact, so much so that neither men were able to beat a 10 count, and it was a double knockout. Both men able to put enough offense, but took enough damage as well to not be able to answer a 10 count. And so because of that, no winner in this match. But both men had momentum ready to go into that very, very important main event at the end of the day. Humek was anyways. Rockstar Rosie, this was the only match he was on the card. But Humek was able to at least keep some momentum, not take that loss before the big main event. And lastly, for a Random Fandom, it was a great matchup. It was the PPW Heavyweight Champion, Marcus the Science Smith, taking on the Relentless Jay Leone. And these two men absolutely went to war with one another. Now, PPW rules do say that if you pin or make the champion submit, then you get a number one contendership for that title. We were already deciding it later on, so Jay could have put himself at the front of the line here, but it was Marcus the Science Smith picking up a victory, hitting that leg sweep from the second rope all the way to the canvas, a huge move, picking up the win, and he's been on fire. Obviously he is the PPW champion, but we've seen a different side of Marcus the Science Smith over the last few weeks, a more intense, a more focused, I would say a better Marcus Smith, and he's really been dominating the competition. This got us set up, though, for a match of very different personalities, very different styles, and two competitors in very different points of their career. I mentioned during the show, but my goodness, if you make a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers to come through Premier Pro Wrestling, you have to start with Matty Ice, who is in action today, taking on the youngest competitor in Premier Pro Wrestling, Sweet Charlie Marcone. These two men had an absolute classic match. Very different styles. Matty Ice, very much a powerhouse, one of the strongest competitors in the world of wrestling today. And Sweet Charlie, you won't find very many more exciting high flyers than him. They went at it for a while. It was really Matty Ice doing everything he could to put away Sweet Charlie. Charlie just getting in some flurries of offense here and there, but Matty Ice was on multiple occasions shocked that he was unable to pin Sweet Charlie despite putting a huge beating onto him. A couple times thought he would get the 3 count for sure, only for Sweet Charlie to show his resiliency and able to get himself to kick out. It looked like finally Matty Ice had won the match, hitting the Iceman Cometh, his favorite move to put his opponents away, until the dadgum science class, Mickey Sin and Zero Gold, got themselves involved and were able to end the match with a disqualification, a double disqualification. It just ended the match. But Matty Ice wasn't going to have it. He said that he wanted tag team action himself and Sweet Charlie against Mickey Sin and Zero Gold. And the commissioner, the man in charge, the patriarch, Rockin' Randy, decided, let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. And so these two teams went at each other. A lot of disdain and hatred between these men. These teams don't like each other one bit. And just last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, Sweet Charlie teamed up with El Guerrero, Jose Acosta, and Matty Ice himself to defeat the Science Class in a 6-man tag match. But this time, a little bit of confusion between Sweet Charlie and Matty Ice. Matty Ice got himself in the match very late on. Sweet Charlie had finally gotten himself to the corner to bring in Matty Ice, who started going crazy, taking down the Science Class one by one, took out both men, only for Sweet Charlie to tag himself in. Matty Ice had no idea that this was going to happen. He was shocked. Sweet Charlie got to the top rope, hit a crossbody on Mickey Sin, but Mickey Sin turned the weight over and unfortunately pinned Charlie Marcone. So Charlie was unable to get the win there. Matty Ice was not happy. The two men had some respect for one another, but the frustration got to Matty Ice, and he hit the Iceman Cometh on Sweet Charlie in the middle of the ring. Unbelievable. We couldn't believe what we saw. Shock throughout the Rockford crowd after seeing what happened there. Matty Ice has been teaming with some of the fan favorites recently, but pulling a move like that over one of the up-and-comers in PPW absolutely rubbed some people the wrong way. I could tell from the reactions and everyone moving afterwards. But this brought us to our main event, the All Japan style Battle Royal. 9 competitors. Pinfall submissions are the only way to eliminate your opponents, and the last man standing would become the number one contender for Marcus the Science Smith's Premier Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. There was a flurry of eliminations down to 4 men, and it was the 2 members of the Science Class involved in this match, Mickey Sin and Zero Gold, and 2 men fighting on their own, the relentless Jay Leone and El Guerrero Jose Acosta. What we ended up with was everyone fighting in the middle of the ring. A few suplexes ended, and Jay Leone pinned Mickey Sin, meaning that Mickey Sin was eliminated. On the other side, though, it was a very similar move, but Zero Goal was able to just turn enough to put both his shoulders and El Guerrero Jose Acosta's shoulders on the mat. Both men were eliminated. That meant that there was one man standing. It was the relentless Jay Leone, who becomes the number one contender for the PPW Heavyweight Championship. But Marcus Smith wasn't just going to have that. He came out, he told Mickey Sin and Zero Gold to attack Jay Leone and pinned him in the middle of the ring. Marcus said that this was the match that he had earned and said he was still the champ, but Rockin' Randy wasn't going to have that. He's the one who makes the rules, ladies and gentlemen, and what he said was next week it is going to be 2 out of 3 falls for the PPW Heavyweight Championship. The relentless Jay Leone, Marcus the Science Smith, and the whole science class, every single member is barred from being at ringside. This is going to be an absolute classic. You have to be live and in living color at 3839 Broadway in Rockford, Illinois. You can get your tickets at the door. We'll open at 7 o'clock with first bell at 7:30. You can get your tickets online in advance and show us at the door, but you want to be in Rockford for Marcus Smith and Jay Leone going one-on-one. Best 2 out of 3 for the PPW Heavyweight Championship. There will be other matches involved with all your favorite wrestlers. Jesse Danger, Jose Acosta, Hugh Mack, Rockstar Rosie. They're all going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to be there as well. But for this week's episode of the review show, the results show, that will do it. Don't forget to give us a follow on all of our social medias. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever we're available. Search for Premier Pro Wrestling. You'll find us there. I am Dirty Dave, and we will catch y'all on the next one.